Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang. Welcome to a very special episode. As I promised you on this channel, I'm going to showcase some very specific and cool independent watchmakers. So today is no different. I'm here with two incredible people, the two of the three people actually behind this cool creation, Benoît Dubuis and also Julien Tixier. How are you guys doing?
Very good. Thank you very much for hosting us.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So I wanted to showcase your watch on this channel because I think it's just spectacular. And obviously with the B-roll and all the shots we will make with this watch, you'll also probably agree with me. So I'm curious, how did this collaboration, start to be, let's say, Benoît?
So I think the first things, it started a couple of years ago, when we realized that actually time is going very quickly. Once you wake up and you are 50, once you wake up you are 55, you are 60 and so on. So you see the time going. The problem with the regular watch is simply that every 24 hours you are back to the same point. Yeah. And we don't realize that time is going very quickly. And we wanted to give a taste of this time. And that was really the idea. After that, we had to design mechanisms or complications which will be able to show really and to display the life expectancy. Yeah. But we went one step further, because life expectancy you can take the statistics, and for a man in Switzerland is 41, but we wanted to personalize it, because everybody of us has a special living, takes risk or has DNA or genomics, and we integrate all of that in an algorithms which is triggering to watch.
Yeah. So the name of the watch is
Tempus Fugit. Yeah. Simply because of that. Simply to give a taste, but it's also to encourage us to do things.
To do more.
Exactly.
Not wait.
Not to sleep, yes. And really to encourage us, because when we see all the problems in the world, what we want is simply to contribute to solve them. Nice. And that should be an encouragement.
Beautiful. And the third person who isn't here today is actually Dominique Renaud. So for those who recognize the name, he's one of the co-founders of Renaud and Papy. So the company now owned partially, or I think the whole thing is owned by Audemars Piguet. Yeah. So they are, incredible watchmakers, and Julien is also one of them now as well, obviously.
These are the genius, yes. To be honest, because yes. I came with the idea, but at the end, they did the watch.
The first steps, I think, it was the visit of Dominique, and after that, Benoît. And just Dominique said me, we had a special project with crazy peoples, and I say maybe okay, but I don't want to do it alone. Yeah. And I want to participate to a project with Dominique Renaud. It's absolutely extraordinary, stunning for a young watchmaker. And I say, okay, yes, but let's talk about it, and let's meet the other peoples. And I met Benoît and Juliette.
And Juliette, yes. Because we are part of a foundation. Yeah. The foundation is a non-for-profit journey we did. Nice. So we had an idea, we met with Dominique. Dominique was working at our place, and suddenly he had time, and he started to think. Yeah. And once he needed to have somebody to watch. Yeah. And he came to us, and therefore I'm always suggesting it's mostly an adventure of trust.
As we say, we don't have really limit about this timepiece. So in first we had discussed about the fact to put a complication, to create a simple complication, and put it on an existing movement. And we say, why?
Yeah. With all the capabilities.
Why don't create our own movement, our own gear train, our own escapement, or case, or whatever? Why not?
What was important for us was really to give a taste of eternity, of multi-generation watch. And therefore, you came with Dominique with this idea to put a quantième perpétuel séculaire. Yeah. I didn't know what it was, to be honest. And I was really amazed to see how they design it. And the challenge was really to fit in a very small watch.
Yeah. Is it the smallest so far?
Yeah, right. Absolutely right now. It's the smallest circular calendar. Yeah. And the most easy to modulate, because if, for example, all the calculator of the perpetual calendar is fit in an 8mm diameter wheel and 1.85.
Plenty of space.
Yeah, right. And it's absolutely modular, because if, for example, we disassemble the top elements, we add a normal perpetual calendar. Yeah. Oh, and nice. If we disassemble all others, we had a normal calendar.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So you
So
can
we
basically develop this watch further into less complicated pieces, technically.
It's really less complicated than another perpetual calendar.
Yeah.
Classic perpetual
And
calendar.
how many components in total does this watch have?
In
let's
total
say?
in the watch we had around 300 components.
Nice.
And in the calendar we had only 51 components.
Okay.
And they were all done by Julien. That is what is amazing.
And Dominique.
And Dominique, yes, that's right.
Yeah, all the components excepted only one, the life reserve indicator, life reserve disc. All the components are made in our workshops.
Beautiful.
But there's another thing which is really amazing, or which was amazing, is this taste of perfection.
Yeah.
They want to go to the end, and therefore we are today with you. Should have we been here 1 month ago, the watch would have been different.
Yeah.
Because actually they are always improving everything every time.
1 week ago.
1 week
A week ago,
ago.
it is different.
Yes, you decided to add.
We decided to change the wheel and
The
we
watchmaker is never happy, yeah?
We are always happy but never satisfied.
Perpetually searching for better solutions.
Yeah.
And therefore, we were very happy to have a dedeline with the GPAG, or the watch would possibly need
makes
not
sense.
stand.
I think, and maybe other complications more and more.
Because the watch has been nominated for the GPAG, correct?
Yes.
I think the most important detail of the watch, it's the first thing you can show, it's not the hour, it's all the rest. And we don't want to make the most readable, easy to use watch. We just want to put in front of the watch all the mechanics. The dial was designed and decided at the last minute with Benoît, with Dominique, and we say, okay, what do we need to do from
At the
time?
very beginning, we need to mention that we wanted to have this indicator of the time lapse or the life expectancy in front of the watch.
Now it's on the back. Huh?
And therefore we say, if you need to sign a contract and somebody has noticed that actually there are still 2 years before you die, so it will not be
very good for you.
And therefore we put on the back.
It could backfire. So on the back you have the life expectancy indicator here on the top corner, basically, correct? So this is custom-made component to each individual collector, right?
So the process is very easy. We have an algorithm which was designed and which is computed externally. Where we integrate all the data about our life, the lifestyle, the environment, the genomics, and so on. And after we get a number, which is your personal life expectancy. And after you trigger the watch, and after once it's in the watch, it's a countdown. And the countdown is purely mechanical.
Crazy.
And what you see is not when you die, because nobody knows. But you see how much in percentage of your life is already gone. And that should give you an indication on, please hurry up. If you want to do things, it's now.
Just do it.
That's time.
Nice.
Another crazy thing we decided, you don't have a winding system.
We didn't want to have that.
Yeah.
We didn't
No
want to
crown.
have
Too
it.
simple.
No crown.
Yeah.
But we need a winding system and we need a kind of hide key to winding it. So we hide the key inside the strap.
Okay.
Only like that. And the key is here.
Huh?
To rewind the watch. Rewind or
Especially
reset,
trained
for example.
for the watch.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Rewind
That's
or
cool.
reset the watch, for example, here, like that.
So there's one, let's say, quote-unquote crown for winding, one for setting.
Yeah.
And what's the third one?
Is to select the setting position because of the detent escapement, I want to stop the balance wheel before setting the time to protect the detent.
Nice.
And you cannot set it if it's not in correct position.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
I'm sure that there are even more of years to discover. For example, the
for
way
sure.
you open it. Because we wanted to do, because there would be a chip with your DNA inside, and therefore it has to be highly protected. And we don't want external people to interfere with the time scale.
Yeah.
And therefore that is locked as a safe.
Okay. Nobody can
So
modify it.
when you think that they are screws, they are not screws.
No, they're not screws.
okay.
They're pinions.
Just pinions, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And therefore, if they are not all aligned, it is impossible to open the watch.
Very cool.
Another thing is the message.
The message, the
explain.
secret message. Yeah, because the aim of this watch is to let a message to the second generation. It's not only a simple watch, it's more than a kind of legacy to the other people. So we decided to hide a message, secret message in the watch, and this secret message only appear when the owner decide. So it can be in 2 years, or it can be in 100 years.
Or when do you die?
Or, yeah.
So you decide when the message will
is it
be
behind
released.
the life expectancy thing?
It's behind the scribe plate here.
And therefore, when you buy the watch, you personalize it by setting the down, the downtime, and the second, you personalize your message, and after you want. And what is nice is that once a person pass away, you can release. It could be your account number, it could be a message, a positive message for the legacy.
Yeah.
Of the code of the safe.
Yeah, who knows?
So we just want to put the limits in watchmaking in general. So we integrate all kind of finishings. For example, black polish or beveling, circular graining, and
there's a few dials on the watch. So what can you read actually? So the long hand is for the minutes?
No.
No? Okay.
No, absolutely
See,
not.
I'm wrong already.
It's
so
it's a kind
how
of
do you
trap.
read the watch? Let's say.
You can read the hour in the long hand and the minutes on the little hand.
Okay, gotcha. So it's the other way around, huh? Nice.
And of course the indication of date, month, on the entire year.
Very cool.
And the secret calendar is just here. And it's programmed for the year 1999, 10,000 years.
and on the case back as well. I mean, I wouldn't know which way to wear this watch, front or back, because they're both stunning. So what do we see on the back?
All the components are designed only for this watch. So a gear train is our own gear train, our own escapement. It's a detent escapement, for example. The life reserve indicator, for example.
Nice. So if somebody wants to buy this watch, what's the process? How much does it cost? What's the waiting time? Do you sell them already? What's the,
You need to have
What's
a
the
merit to get it. Because we want to have a driver into work wearing it. The one which already did things and where they could get an encouragement to continue to do it. So naturally that one is a unique piece, and now we will make a small series.
Okay.
But since we need to personalize it, because of the trigger,
they're all unique,
photogram
basically.
there, actually all is coming to us. Because we are the only one which can open it and maintain the watch.
Makes sense.
And this is really but that is part also of the dream. Simply to have a unique piece where you should be dreaming of it, and even the price-wise set based on physical constant, which is the impedance of what is empty. And the impedance is simply on the DC what is in AC as a resistance. And we wanted to give these states again because the goal of this watch is to fill the time. And therefore we took the counter back and we use this constant as the price indicator.
Very cool. So what's the price?
376,000.
Okay, gotcha. So if anybody wants one, you know where to find these guys. I'm gonna put the Instagram and website in the description as well, so you can find it more easier. It was a real pleasure to see the watch. I think I learned something new. I can't wait to film it actually, to see all the little details you guys spent countless days on it. I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to seeing the other watches as well that you're gonna hopefully produce in the future. And maybe one day also meet Dominique.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. As I show you now, if you have a suggestion to have a watchmaker on the show, type it in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. Share this video with somebody who likes watches as much as we do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.